So let's move on to the second part as I discussed in the previous part. So from here we'll be moving on to the second part of this video. So once again, welcome to my channel. So I'm removing the lower base, like I'm removing some of the masking tape. As I told you, I have drilled the part. Now I'm removing the tipped part. So it was like laminated. That's the reason I'm removing, like I'm making it harder so that the glue can fix properly. And later I'm putting the glue, the same glue, the Fevicol, MR Fevicol. I'm doling it again. Yeah, now I'm going to fix the handle there. As I said you in the previous video that regarding the gluing part, like I didn't glue at that time because it was very difficult for me to hold it, because I was not having the clamp to cut that part. Yeah, I'm using the hammer to bang on it. As you can see, I'm banging. Yeah, in my previous video, like the table video, I used my full body to bang on it. Because it was very difficult for me to fix it, because I was not having, not the clamp, to be honest, it was hammer. I was not having a like a, what to say, what hammer it is, runner hammer or something like that, I forgot, a wooden hammer or anything. So now I'm going to fix the smaller circular part of the gimbal at first now, because yeah, if that holder will be there, I will be not able to fix it. So I inserted it first. I sanded the top part of that wooden part, then I fixed it. I'm using glue. Yeah, I'm using stapler pins. The reason, because if I fix that that circular part in between, if there is no support, then what happen, it will either go, when we catch the handle, it will either go up or down, it will move vertically. That's the reason I used some stapler pins to fix it, to hold the circle. Yeah, it's almost glued and fixed. Now moving on to the larger parts to assemble. Yeah, it was a bit complicated to assemble the circular parts, but later it became a bit easy. The first video I have taken it for 20 minutes, and yeah, the second video is around 14 minutes maybe, I'm not sure. So yeah, I'm using the dowel for the particular fix. So the dowel, why I'm sanding the dowel, it is because the dowel have some grips. So if I use with the grip, then it will not move, it will not give a pendulum motion. So that's the reason I sanded it first, then I fixed it. Now I'm using for one of the part, from one of the side, to put the glue. I'm not gluing in both the sides. If I glue both the sides, then it will fix. So one of the sides should be moving, right, so that the phone can be stable. So I'm using only one side of that dowel or one of the rings to glue it. Now you can see I can move it. Let's move on to the last part to fix. So the last part was a bit complicated, because as you can see, it is not that light as we see, because I used MDF, and MDF has a bit higher density than ply. So now I'm using sanding paper. So I use several sanding, like 220 grit or 120, 150, depends on. So depends on the grit, I made it to be a smoother. I use the sanding paper so that when I paint it, it should be smoother. There shouldn't be any kind of rough part. To be honest, sanding took too much time of mine. Now moving on to the next part, I'm removing the masking tape which was on the hardwood. So it was also a bit difficult and it took so much time.
A few moments later.
Because the reason was it almost sticked to it. That's why.
6.5 hours later.
Yeah, it's almost done. It's almost removed. Now moving on to the painting part. So I'm using pigment. This is the mixture of several colors like red, yellow, white and black. So I use these colors to make a brown color that is quite matching to the wood.
3 weeks later.
And I used thinner. I didn't use water. I used thinner to make it thin because it was quite hard, because I used those colors to paint on the door frame, window frame, etc. That's why it became a bit hard. Yeah, this painting part was also seems to be a long time. It also took a time.
Many months later.
At first when I started to paint, I thought it will going to finish a bit sooner, but no! As you can see, I got stuck in between, like here. You maybe know the reason.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, the reason is I wanted to remove once again this thing, the holder part. So I removed the holder part, then I painted it, and it was also stuck.
Tomorrow for sure.
Still, it took time. It is still taking time.
Eventually.
Yeah. So it's almost going to be finished. Think so.
One eternity later.
So it's almost done. So the painting part is done. No, it wasn't done because the handle part is still remaining. So next one, yeah. So I used black pigment to paint on the holder part.
2,000 years later.
So it's also almost done. And I will keep that holder to dry for a bit time. Now all has been dried. I kept for 1 day, I think so. I'm not sure. Now I'm removing the masking tape. So to be honest, masking tape removing was a bit easy, which was sticked on the laminate part or the veneer part, because it was a bit easy. And it was very smooth, satisfying. The sound and the feel was but satisfying. So after removing all the masking tape, you will be able to see the real deal. To be honest, it's not that real deal, because I used scrap wood to make it. So this is easy for you all to make it in home. But I will suggest you not to use your hands for clamps.
Few inches later.
Because as you can see, it is very risky. Use the real clamps. It's still taking time.
A2.
Oh my god. Yeah, it took me 3 days, 4 days or 5 days to make this gimbal, maybe.
Day 3.
Because I'm not sure how many days I took, because I don't count my days when I work on something.
Day 4.
But it took so much time, that is true, to make this gimbal. To be honest, I was not sure that whether it will work or not. However, it worked and I'm happy. Happy? Yeah, I'm happy. So at last the part is almost done. Not almost done, it's done. Just need to fix the screw and later I need to hold the mobile or the phone. Yeah, almost done. Almost done. Come on, please, I beg you. I know you also feel the same, that why it is taking so much time. Yeah, it is taking so much time. Oh dear, it's done and I'm very happy. So these are the videos that I have taken from the normal and the gimbal, like using gimbal. Yes, it's done. Finally, it's done. I feel like a boss. Stinks. So guys, thank you for watching this video and I do appreciate your time and patience, and I will try to make as soon as possible the next video. I do know that the video that I made this was uploaded recently after 1 month. So I'll be meeting you in the next time. Till then, ta-ta, bye-bye.